Example 2. Can you flip to this page? Kitty skated at a speed of 30 km per hour from her house to the garden in 35 minutes. She increased her speed. So now it will be 35 km per hour. How much faster would she take to arrive at the garden? So again, what we did just now is we have to change the minutes into hours because our speed is in hours. And then we calculate the total distance. So if she was skating at a speed of 30 km per hour and she took 35 minutes, then the distance that she traveled would be 17.5 km. Okay? Now take note of the presentation while we are here. You can either put all the units inside or you leave it out completely until the final answer. But if you're putting your units inside, you have to make sure that every single step of the question has units, as you can see here. Okay? Now that we've gotten the speed, the distance, we're going to calculate using the new speed. Now she increased her speed by 5 km per hour, so this is her new speed, 35 km per hour. You take the known distance divided by the known speed, then you get the time. From here, you can compare half an hour versus 35 minutes. How much faster did she take? That will be 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to try this out now. We're doing the odd numbers again. So turn to question 5. Now take note. Now, calculators are allowed. So get out your calculators and we're going to solve. Okay, let's read the question. Michael drove at a speed of 76 km per hour from the shopping mall and arrived in his office in 45 minutes. So first, I'm going to pause here and just look at these two. We have a known speed and a known time. We can find the distance from the shopping mall to his office. So let's apply the formula. Importantly, you need to look at the speed. We are counting km per hour, which means I need to change the minutes to hour. Now, instead of simplifying, since calculators are allowed now, you can do, okay, let me just write here, speed times time. 76 km per hour times, the fastest way to change 45 minutes to an hour would be just to put it over 60. So since calculators are allowed, it's okay. If your numbers are bigger, you can just leave it as such. And that will be 57. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm leaving out the units in all the workings. That's fine as well. But if you start putting the units, you have to put for everything. Okay, so now that we know the distance from the shopping mall to the office, let's take a look if he increased his speed by 14 km per hour. So the new speed will be 76 plus 14, which is 90 km per hour. Given that he has to travel a distance of 57 km at a speed of 90 km per hour, the time will be distance divided by speed. If you calculate this in your calculator, well, I don't have my calculator now, but I'll bring it out later. You should get 19 over 30. Just check using your calculators. Now we're going to convert because remember we worked in hours, so this is in hours. So I'm going to change 19 over 30 hours into minutes. Okay, so one way you can do it is you can take 19 over 30 times 60. This is one way to do it. Or you can convert 19 over 30 into a fraction over 60. Both ways are possible. Either way, you should get 38 minutes. So now we're comparing the two times. How much time would he have saved? So previously he took 45 minutes. Now that he's going faster, he will only take 38 minutes. So therefore, 45 minus 38 equals to 7. Remember to plug it in the final answer. Okay? Now, if you put the units only for this sentence, that's okay because this is a conversion sentence. But in terms of the other workings, it must be consistent. Alright, we're done. Later, can you please move on to question 7? For now, like the post and refresh once you're done with copying this example.